Hello, what is up, peeps? You sexy motherfuckers, we are back for another week of Car Talks. This would be number 26. So I believe last week would be 25. We uploaded 24, so this should be 26. Unless there's one hidden, like a hidden gem. Maybe we'll find it later during editing.
Okay, weirdo.
And today's actually a Thursday, not Wednesday. I had a birthday to attend to yesterday. Had to handle some business, so everything got postponed till today. But we're here, live,
You need to put gas
action.
in your car.
I need to get gas. Thanks for telling me.
You're welcome.
Gonna hit the gym today. Missed out on the gym as well yesterday. Occasionally shit happens, bro, and you know you shouldn't beat yourself up about it. You miss a day, just keep it up. Don't stop. Just because you missed a day doesn't mean you missed a week. Anyways, I hope you guys had a great week. I hope everything's been cool with you guys. Let's kick this shit off. Today I got a Pacifico Clara, la cerveza del Pacífico. I'm from the Pacific, to be specific. Anyways, and this puppy has 143 calories, 13.5 grams of carbs, 1.1 grams of protein, and no fat. So all carbs. Today has been somewhat of a bad day for me. The kids started school today.
He cried.
Woot. I get a little emotional. You know,
he cried.
They're getting so big, you know. This one's already out of school, so I mean, they're my little birdies are gonna fly away.
Well, they're not gonna stay with you forever, unless you want that. I don't think Emily's gonna leave you guys anytime soon, though.
Huh. Oh, and then Mia is munching on some chips and some water yet again. What was I gonna say? So yeah, I guess there were some topics we were supposed to talk about the last week from the previous week that we never brought up. Seems we're just falling off. We're just getting stuck to this whole off the top thing that we're just doing whatever it is that happens during that week.
Yeah, pretty much.
However, we were trying to be better. We were trying to actually talk about key points or things that we may bring up that we say we'll talk about after that we never do. I don't know. I just feel like if we say something, we should do it. Sometimes I tend to forget what I say. So let's try not to do that and just be better, you know? Hopefully we'll write down some good notes during editing. And we'll be able to discuss further topics. Yeah. What about you, Mia? What's up? Before we get into it real quick.
What's up with what?
Oh, no. I'll get to you later. You tend to always pop shit off at the end anyways. Like, hey, we're about to get off, and she has a whole story to tell. So one of the main topics we wanted to talk about, that we were supposed to talk about last week, was Quinceaneras. If you miss it, is it still okay to have one at a later time? You know, I understand there's sweet 16s. You know, let's say you didn't have a quinceañera, right? Or you didn't have a sweet 16. I don't know if they do something at 17 or at 18.
No.
Is it ever too late? You know, like let's say you're 25, you never had one, and you want to have one. Is that okay? Like, is that still a thing? Oh, hell no. That is not my nut. Let's just cut that out. Like I was saying, so is it ever too late to have a quinceañera if you did miss one? And the reason for the question is Mia would like to have one because she didn't get to have one when she was 15.
Hold up. I said I want one. Okay? I would like to have one. But with what money?
Like in a traditional Mexican family, the responsibility of the quinceañera would fall on the padrinos, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Maybe I can find some Mexican pizza here and ask him. Disculpe. Oh, no, that's just some crazy lady yelling in the parking lot. But that's typically, like, from what I know, like, that's what it is. They rent a hall out, they do it, and it could be expensive as shit, for sure. Like, I know there was a show on MTV, was it Sweet 16? Something like that?
I don't know, I don't watch that.
Oh, there was, like, these rich folk, right, that were having Sweet 16s or whatever, and they were huge, and, like, it seemed pricey and expensive, and these chicks were, like, complaining, like, oh my god, it's not the right colors. The fucking parents dropped like 30 G's on the fucking thing. Not including the presents, not including just... Yeah, and then they choreograph the dances and shit. They hire people like Tio Choco, you know, the guy that dances and stuff. Or whoever's trending at the moment, you know, gets gigs and stuff, and they show up at the quinceañeras. And it's nuts how much these things can cost, right? And technically speaking, I think it's like a rite of passage or whatever. Like now you're becoming a woman, or kind of like the Indians would do, like Native Americans, right? Where it's like their sons at a certain age had to go out into the wilderness until they had a vision and then come back, get drugged up with some peyote or some shit. Mm-hmm. It's like a rite of passage of becoming a man. You know, and I know girls have that. Like, do guys get some type of quinceañera? I never heard of that. I feel like that's sexist, bro. Why is it just girls? What do we
like
get?
I told you before, they
like
do it
we hit puberty, and then also guys have quinceañeras now.
They do it now.
Well, see, I never had one. Can I have one then?
If you want. Since you're 45.
Since I'm 45.
Once you're 45.
Once I'm 40. Why 45? Why do I have to wait until then? What?
Are you 35?
No comment.
That's like that.
I had to think about that for a second. I was like, wait, what? Not mathing. I was like, beep, 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 beep. But yeah, so that is nuts. Like when, let's say you do miss the opportunity to have one, right? Due to not having money, so you just have like a regular simple party. I don't know. Like I know one of my nieces had a small little thing. There was no dancing, there was no chambelanes, there was nothing like that. And her parents, because I've been friends with them or I've been around for that long that I've seen them. When they had their quinceañeras, it was like a big old thing. They had a hall. There was like people dancing and shit. There was, you know, just a traditional type deal. And like all the kids were hammered, you know, like people were fucking, you know, you're drinking, bro. And like I was like 16, 17, I think. And I was like just completely lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like there was cups getting handed around. I've been in a quinceañera myself. I was a chambelan for one of my closest friends. His sister turned 15. She didn't have a lot of friends like that. She knew girls, but no guys that they wanted to fucking do it. So me and her brother and a bunch of us just got together and we danced with these chicks, and you know, to kind of fill spots. And it was pretty cool. We did a couple of dances, you know, old school dances or whatever. We like switched clothes and shit. We ran out in front of a bunch of people. And I gotta admit, like you get lost in it, man. Like during the practices and shit, you feel goofy and whatnot. But then like when you're there, you're in the zone, you hear the music, and like boom, that's your cue. You just go out there. Like the people around you just disappear. The only person you see is your partner, and you're like, we're doing this. We gotta hit that shit. So it was fun being in one. Like I wouldn't say I grew up in a traditional Mexican family, because none of my cousins had one. That I never went to one. I went to weddings and stuff like that, but I never went to quinceañeras. I mean, what about you, Mia? Do you think you grew up in a Mexican traditional family where? How many quinceañeras have you been to in your family?
2, 3, actually 3.
Who? Well, I must not know them because I didn't get it.
One was Addie's.
Oh yeah, I was there for that one.
And the other 2 were at my dad's.
See, but that wasn't. I wouldn't say that was a traditional one either, because it was just like, It was just a backyard party, and she had a sign that said 15 and a chair to take pictures and stuff.
Then I've only been to 2 real ones that were on my dad's side of the family.
Yeah, see, like, I mean, like, the whole chambelanes, the dances, the vals.
Yep.
Yeah, that. Like, you know, like, traditional, like, legit. Like, little princess things and shit. Like, now I've seen videos, and, like, dude, these chicks be, like, twerking and shit. They're doing Beyonce dances. It's like, that's not... They're not even bumping, like, the oldies, you know? Like the old school Mexican songs. Like, that's what it was, you know? Now it's, like... I know the times change, but twerking? I'm like, you 15 and like your tios are out there and you twerking on some dude? Like, what? Like, when I hear to see that? Like, there was like, the dances are somewhat like elegant and stuff, you know, a little bit of rock and roll depending on, you know, your style or whatever. And then you just do like a normal dance or whatever, and then you can party after. But like when all eyes are on you, and you're like your main dance and shit, you're twerking on peeps, like fucking leg up and everything, like fucking showing ass. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, bro, they acting like they 26 and they had a strip club or some shit. Like, I didn't know I came to see Magic Jessica instead of Magic Mike, you know?
Anyways, he saw my cousin's quinceañera. He was like, oh, we didn't know we could do that.
Well,
he tried convincing my mom to throw me one after. She still said no because he told her no.
Well, like I said, because I thought she was looking for a traditional Mexican fucking thing. And it's like, for one, y'all don't even go to church because I think you're supposed to do your first communion, second communion.
I don't care.
See, so they was trying to cut corners and shit. And like, to me, if you're going to do something, you got to do it like just straight up, like the way it's supposed to be. Like, if you're not going to do it the way it's supposed to be, at least do it better than what it's supposed to be, right? Not, hey, we're gonna cut all kinds of corners and shit. We're gonna do
what fucking corners were we gonna cut besides the one of me not going to church?
That's one of the main things. You gotta do the church thing.
And
you just trying to party.
No, there's plenty of people that do it even without them going to freaking church.
Who are these people that you know of that do that?
A couple of my friends.
Anyways, I was in my head. I was stuck in. That was a quinceañera thing, right? I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, you took away my quinceañera.
I wasn't thinking that like that's what I meant. Like, we still had a party for her, but she didn't. We didn't do the 15s. We didn't do it, and like, you was hating at that time, anyways. You weren't being the nicest of fucking people that we could say. I mean, there's no footage. If there was footage, I would put the footage right here, and you could see the Mia episodes of I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
I still don't care.
I don't care. I don't care.
She
used to say that all the time. But like, dude, you need to stop doing that. Like, you know, you're gonna try. I don't care.
Yeah,
I was like,
care.
Dude, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, you're gonna fail school. I don't care.
I don't care. Shit, man. I passed. I graduated. The fuck?
She was like, she hated me for some fucking reason. She just wouldn't listen to me at all.
I still don't listen to you.
This is true. But I don't feel the same hate anymore. Now it's like, she just don't listen to me because she's not, you know, she's supposed to be wearing a helmet and she's not wearing it. So
I'm gonna smack you, pause it.
Why?
Because my mother's calling me and she's not gonna stop until I fucking answer her call. So pause it.
I got a spouse. We'll be back.
Hello?
Hello, what do you know? We're back. Thank you. Boom, here we are. So, what's up, guys? Hey. Sorry about that. I don't know what it is about these people with the phone calls. Like, since they know that we're always together, they call me. If I don't answer, they call her. She don't answer, they call. And it just goes back and forth until somebody answers the phone. If somebody doesn't answer the phone, I don't know about you guys, but if you call somebody, they don't answer, leave a message. Send a text. They must be busy. If it's important, let them know, hey, 911, it's an emergency. Get back at me as soon as you can. Whatever the case may be. Don't be that person that fucking ring, ring, ring. Nope. Let me try again. Ring, ring, ring. Nope. Let me try again. Ring, 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 ring. Don't do that. Don't. It's just. Not only does it seem needy as fuck, it just seems like you ain't got nothing else to do but bug people. You know what I'm saying? But back to the topic of quinceañeras, right? So the question was, one, is it ever too late to have one if you didn't have one? Two, what was it? That was it. Oh, if you're not gonna do it the traditional way, if you're not gonna do it the right way, can you still even call it a quinceañera? Like she said, she wanted to not do the church thing. She wasn't gonna do her first communion,
I couldn't. Communion. You think my mother would have let me do my first communion?
Hey, you have a dad, bro.
You don't go to church.
Well, see, that's the thing. You're not God-fearing people. You shouldn't have one of those.
I went to church. Okay? I went to church. I stopped going because my grandmother died. I told you this I don't know how many times, but shit goes through your fucking head. Your ADHD ass.
So, okay, so you stopped going to church, right? But,
yes.
I mean...
The minute I hit 10, I stopped going to church.
Just because of that experience, did you ever try... I'm just asking, I don't know, so don't get mad at me.
Plus.
Have you ever, like, asked your dad, like, hey, dude, I still want to go to church? Did that ever come out of your mouth?
Yes, and I went every now and then.
But we're like, you consistent with it, though? Where you're, like, telling them all the time,
which is
like,
why,
bro.
when I was 10, I fully stopped going.
Okay. And then how about, I never heard you tell me, like, hey, take me to church. You never asked me?
Do you think I want to go to Jehovah's Witness church? No.
Church is a church, my book. Well, no, there are, dude, I went to one near Evergreen College, and there's one of those churches where at some point in the church they ask you to come up front, right? And there's people and they put their hand on you. The pastor puts his hand on your forehead. I didn't want to. My mom was like, my son needs help. I was in high school, right? So I didn't need no damn help. I didn't have no demons. Well, okay, maybe. I was going through a lot of shit at the time. My dad was MIA. Me and my mom were beefing. So I go up, right? And I'm like, shit, whatever, dude. I thought it was all fake. It's bullshit. Smoke and mirrors, you know, like, oh, they got powers and shit. They're going to heal people, save people. So I got to my turn. There was a row of people. Got to my turn. He put his palm on my forehead. And he's like, oh, Lord, help me. I don't know what the fuck he was saying, but, you know, when he was talking, I was just like, okay, what is this bullshit?
Oh, Lord, help this child.
I was like, I can tell he's been going through a lot. There's a lot of anger in there. Like, just help relieve him and shit. And then he just fucking gave me a little boop. And I collapsed. My legs gave out. Boom. And like right from under me, and I fell, and there was some guys there to catch me, and they put me down on the ground. I was like, dude, what the fuck? And I was trying to get up, but I couldn't. They're like, no, just take it easy, calm down. And I was like, these motherfuckers drugged me, bro. I was like, who touched my butt? No, but you know, and I got up, and I was like, dude, I felt, I don't know, it's not like a weight lifted off of me or anything like that. It's just, I don't know, I felt like a door open or something, and just, I felt relieved. I don't know what the fuck. It could have been for me passing out or whatever the fuck happened, you know, because they make you close your eyes, and he probably like threw some snuff in my fucking nose, like, and I passed out. I don't know. I don't know. I always thought that shit was, you know, bullshit. It wasn't real. Until you experience it, and you're like, damn. Or like when people get baptized, and they're like, dude, after he dunked me in the water, took me out, like my life completely changed. Like I felt completely a new person, new me.
I got baptized.
So yeah, and, you know, and some people feel like that'll save them, you know, or that'll change something. And then not only that, but the church was weird for the point where, like, Mia told me she doesn't like going to church with my sister, who goes to Jehovah's Witness congregation. They call it congregation.
I didn't like the church. I liked going with
She said it was like a cult. They were singing a book, and they were all singing a book. They were singing out of a book, and what it is that they have like these songs that are scriptures that they pull from the Bible that are songs they used to sing back in the days or whatever, and they write them down. They're like little melodies and shit. So they play the tape recording and people sing. There's a book they give you follow along. So I don't see how it could be a cult, because like in anything, like you were in band, right? There are notes you're listening to. You're playing the notes. You're following along. It's not a cult fucking. It's not cult activity.
That's different.
No, it's different because like when you carolers, right? Carolers go down, like they go from door to door,
yes,
and they carol, right? And they sing. Yes, that's not a cult following or whatever. They're just trying to bring joy to the world. I don't know the words. Can you stop playing my seat?
No.
You don't fuck my motors up.
Okay.
Anyways. So, like I was saying, okay, she didn't want to do the church thing. She didn't go to church. So if you feel like you can still have that, so at 18, is there something like a sweet 18 or like I'm a woman 18 or I'm an adult at 18
if you
now?
try to give me a sweet 18, I will shove a fucking stick up
Here we
your
go with
butt.
the stick. I already told you I'm not a witch.
You're gonna become
I'm
a
not
witch
riding
if you throw me a
sticks.
big ass fucking party on my 18th
You know,
birthday.
I ain't doing the pogo stick. I ain't fucking. I ain't doing none of that shit,
You're
bro.
going to.
All right, what I'm trying to do is get you a party. Like you didn't have one, you felt like you missed out. Let's give you what you want.
Give me what?
Give you a fucking quinceañera.
With what money?
You said we could do a little one.
I want my dress.
I'll fucking make some numbers out of cardboard.
I want my dress.
We can rent a dress.
I want my dress.
We can rent a dress.
Now I want to buy a dress.
What? Why do you? Why would you want a fucking kid? You know what they look like?
Yes, I know what they look like. I've seen them in the fucking gorgeous and I want one.
Anyways, yeah, but when are you gonna fucking wear that again?
I'll just give it to my kid.
So it stays in the family, and they're not gonna want to wear it. They're gonna be like, "What is that?" Nowadays, it's just fucking like it's gonna be like digital. It's not even gonna be clothes. Like you're about to be 18. Let's say you have a kid in 5 years from now. They're gonna look like fucking Marty McFly and shit, bruh. He's gonna be wearing like fucking retro shit. He's gonna be like, I don't want that dress. My shit lights up, bruh. My shit's fucking 20K off the rack.
Because that's not how I'm gonna raise my kids.
That's not how you raise them, right? Like I've been around you most of your life. Did I fucking raise you to fucking want quinceañeras?
Yes.
That's a negative. That's nope. See, and growing up in a Jehovah's Witness household, they don't celebrate birthdays. They don't celebrate man-made holidays such
Easter.
as Christmas, Easter for sure, not Easter. Apparently, he wasn't resurrected around Easter time. It wasn't even the right time. Christmas has nothing to do with the birth of Jesus. It's a pagan holiday. So if you look it up, that's what it is. And the fact that it's all red and shit, supposedly it's diabolical. I don't fucking know. We'd have to do a whole research, and then I'd come with you with facts. Right now, I ain't got no facts. Okay. Oh, I can tell you this is like a 6.5, a 7. I will rate it. I know I was gonna forget, but I don't know. It's just not in a can. It's not good. Pacifico in a bottle, cold bottle, is good. But this can Pacifico, you gotta pick it up because there's no taste of no bueno and el bote Tolcano no bueno. Oh. Anyways, so like I was saying, so the holidays, they don't celebrate holidays. Easter, Valentine's Day, birthdays, Thanksgiving, Halloween, definitely not. That's a negative. Dia de los Muertos, no. None of that. No man-made holidays. If it's not in the Bible, they ain't celebrating it. So when it came to quinceañeras and shit like that, to me, I'm like, well, nah, not really. Do I celebrate my own birthdays? I haven't celebrated a birthday with my family since, I want to say maybe 5th grade was the last time that I had a cake. And like the balloons and the happy birthday and shit, they put my face in the cake and shit. I think it was around either 5th grade. Yeah, 5th grade was probably my last one with my family. After that, they converted religions and they became Jehovah's Witnesses, which is they're Christian. It's a type of Christian. It's a branch from Christian faith. I guess. I don't know how to say it. I'm not a religious person. I do fear God. I do believe in God. I do have faith. I just don't know. How do you know what's right and how do you know what's wrong? Right? I've read a couple of Bibles. I've read it. I've dabbled in like. How would you say it? Like I've gone to Catholic church. I've gone to Christian churches.
I went to a Catholic church.
I know they have like I don't know. They have different like branches of churches, and then they believe they're the right ones. Like I have a coworker. I'll ask her tomorrow, and I'll try to remember, and I'll bring it up next week. She goes somewhere and she believes that that's the real thing. And people become devoted into this because they dedicate their lives and they have their faith in that that's what it is, you know. And let's say you believe, even as a kid, even as a kid, if you believe that there's ghosts underneath your bed, or if there's like monsters underneath your bed, if you believe it so much, it's going to become real to you in some shape or form. Same thing with faith. Like, let's say you go to church, right? And then when you're leaving church, you have a life or death situation to where, like, you could have died. People around you, like, let's say you were in a car accident. The person that hit you guys, she died. The people you were with, they didn't die. There's people that were around that may have been part of the crash as well. They didn't die either. So you're going to be like, oh, it's because of my faith. God was looking out for me. And then, boom, you're sold. You're stuck in that way for the rest of your life. Nobody could ever tell you different.
Yeah, I got some of those.
Yeah, see, and then so that's why people, you know, are strong believers in their faith. Or like a lot of days, like there's people that find God, right? Like, I know you guys have seen the Jesus Christ, like, and like he was like a drug addict or whatever, and now he helps people. He makes videos. He was dancing like in the power of Christ, and like, have you seen those videos? They're on YouTube, they're on TikTok, they're on Instagram. All right, I'll show you later. Look up the Jesus Christ guy, and then they'll pop up. The guy was like in a church and just like, what would you say it? He was like pop, lock, and dropping. I don't know what he was doing, right? He was breakdancing, I guess. No, he wasn't on the ground. I don't know what. He was dancing, all right? Mm-hmm. And then people made a bunch of memes about him, and now he uses his platform to show, you know, the power of God and like what he does. He lives in a mobile trailer. He goes around the country, fucking giving out sandwiches to the homeless in the name of Jesus Christ, and he's in it. And then there's people that go to jail and they convert to being a Muslim, Christianity, they become Catholic, whatever. They find some type of faith, and it brings them out from where they're from, and then, you know, that dark place that they came from. Or like you find drug addicts and they're like, oh, I found God now. I haven't hit the beat by in like 20 years, see? And hey, you know, people find whatever it is they can, they latch onto it, and if it brings them out of their dark place, they're all going to believe in it forever. Are you devoted to the Word of God like that?
I believe in it.
So no quinceañera, hell yeah. I'll just play it. No. Okay, but okay, you're gonna knock the camera down. So let's just say, are you there? Help! I'm like Cyclops.
I believe. I have faith.
You believe you have faith, but I mean,
read the Bible every
but
now and then.
being the fact that they take that step into like womanhood, which is what the quinceañera means, I think that's why they make them do their first communion, second communion, because you're not only becoming a woman, but you're giving yourself to God. You're gonna walk that path of righteousness and become a woman of faith. At least that's what I believe it is. If you guys heard different or think different, put it in the comments. All right. But hey, like, if it's not too late, I would like to throw her a party. I mean, every year you're gonna have a birthday party, right?
Yeah,
and now I feel like that you're gonna be 18. Life. Now it's like, now you're legit a woman, you know. So? I feel like in Mexico, like at 15, it's because they were already marrying them off at that age. Like, you out, like, you a woman now. You can go fucking marry this fucking guy over here and get his ranch and his cows. And I saw something today that I read to Mia that they're trying to change the legal marriaging age from 15 to drop it to 9. And I want to say that was I don't want to say India or whatever, but it's somewhere in those regions out there. And again, you can read a lot of bullshit that could be not true. So, you know, don't quote me on that shit. I don't know nothing. I don't research this shit. It's just something I saw. I threw it out there. That's all it is. What did I say? 6.5. 6.5. But yeah, so asking you, Mia, would you like some type of celebration like that for yourself? I mean, like, what would you call it? Would it still be a quinceañera? Like, would you invite all your friends and be like, come to my 18-year-old quinceañera party?
Like I said, you try to throw me one, I will murder you.
So if it's just a regular party, you won't murder me?
Mm-hmm.
So just a regular party?
Mm-hmm.
And then the 15 drops in the back when you're like, we're doing the happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it, folks. We ain't doing shit.
The only thing I wanted a traditional one.
So what you want is a dress. That's what you want. It seems like that's what you want. You wanted one of those fucking princess dresses with the fucking tiara, looking like fucking Princess Tiara. What's her name? Tiana. Looking like Princess Tiana. That's one of her favorite princesses is Tiana.
No, because I had my quince planned out, and then all that shit went away. Because you told my mother what exactly?
But what did you say? We had no money. It's not because of me.
You told her what? No. You told my mom, no, let's not throw her one. My mom asked me, she was going to ask my tia Halina to see if it was okay if we still did everything traditionally without the entire church thing.
And what happened? She didn't have to listen to me.
You told her no. You told her no.
Who am I? I'm not God. Why are you guys scared of me? Exactly.
What the fuck says anything about scared?
Exactly. So you could have still done it. You have a whole nother family. Why don't you tell them?
I'm sorry. Do you not remember what the fuck happened that I didn't speak to him for 2 years? Exactly.
But still, you know, there was your aunt on your other side of the family too. Whatever. See, now it's my fault. Okay, we're gonna throw you one.
No.
We'll figure it out. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe for Mia's quinceañera.
I'm gonna shove a stick up his ass.
And I'll put it on all fucking platforms. I'll put it on TikTok. I'll make dancing videos and shit. I'm gonna try to bring as much attention as I can to this and be like, she missed out her opportunity. We're gonna get her one. We're gonna fucking do it, and we're fucking locking in. This is what we're doing.
If we don't have a next podcast, just know he died from the stick up his butt.
Well, they're not gonna know if there's a next one or not because the editing is taking way too long.
Just for that, I'm gonna give you a swirly.
Just play it. Yeah, give me a swirly when I'm dead. I really don't give a fuck. But yeah, so bear with us. The editing has been taking a little bit longer than usual due to her being in school and everything. I would like to talk about a couple of updates. There was another comment, and I know the video from last week includes somewhat of a description, or not a description, somewhat of an explanation as to where in the world is Kiba San Diego. Kiba, Cena, as she was known, because of the NMPLOL, Nick and Cena said that she looked like her, which I could see that for sure. She has now left to another channel. She's in contracts with Nick to be the new Cena.
That's crazy.
No, she's not. Like I said in the previous video, which you guys haven't seen, so that's where the question came up again from a different person. It's not that I want to neglect the fact or not talk about it, but we talked about it last week. Hopefully you guys will see that video. I'll say it again shortly this week. She has moved to... I'll just say it. She's moved to a better situation or a better place in her life to where she's happy now. Or at least I want to say she's happy. We pray nothing but the best for her. The position she was in here with us, the house she was living in wasn't to her liking, like she wasn't happy. So we try to give her what she wanted and make her happy. So I hope nothing but the best for her. I believe school may have started for her now. She is in her senior year. Let's go seniors. Class of 25. Hope she gets there. Hope she crosses the finish line and she does everything. We hope nothing but the best. But yeah, will she be coming back to the channel? I highly doubt it. If she does come back, then this is the first place that we will bring it up and fucking party and shit and fucking get down on the get down. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if you think about it, if it wasn't for that kid, we wouldn't have started doing this on a weekly basis. So I gotta at least give credit where credit is due. She pushed us to do it, and she helped us get to that point. And then she just, people change, things happen. We lose sight of what's important, you know.
Did you do that?
Because you lose sight, like John Cena, you can't see me, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, shit happens. So you're growing, you're young. I don't know, but if you guys keep asking, we'll keep telling. And this is us telling you, or this is me telling you that she has moved on to bigger and better things. And just send her good wishes, and let's hope that she does good things. I expect good things out of that kid, really do. And I believe she's capable of doing whatever it is that she puts her mind to. So she will be fine. And like I said, if she ever does come back around, we're definitely gonna record. You'll see a short. You'll see something. Kiba is back in town. Until then, we'll try to keep you guys as posted as much as possible. There's not much that I know. I don't know if Mia knows anything. Have you heard from her?
Nope.
So she must be doing fantastic. And like I said, we wish nothing but the best. And there was another topic that we were supposed to talk about as well. Oh, today was Mia's final. Today, so she is completely done with her summer session in college. Which is like, I think, a big step. Because, I mean, most people take a break. She said, fuck the breaks. I'm going straight into it. Straight out of high school. I don't give a fuck. I'm going in. I'm getting shit done now. And which is cool. Like, you have the drive. You have the dude. I give you props. That is fucking legit. Like I said, most people would have taken, some people take like a year to, you know, maybe 2 years off of school.
I don't fucking know why the fuck would you want to take a year or two off? Like, I get it, you want to take a break from school. Like,
no, well, it's not just that,
or
but
you want to have like your own time and it's all this other shit. And it's like, why not just get it done so then you can get it out of the way, get it finished early.
It's not that they don't want to go to school. I feel like they need to find themselves, or they need to find their true calling, or what's their purpose.
I find myself while I'm in college. The fuck.
Yeah, but see, there's the thing too. Like, I heard a teacher, or not a teacher, I think she was a principal, and she was like, when she was trying to find a major in college, she switched like 3 or 4 times. Mm-hmm. She just kept adding more and more time to her school because she kept switching from what she wanted to do, and she found something new, and like, maybe I want to do this, and she didn't know, so she was hopping around everywhere.
Yes,
and there's nothing wrong with that, you know. I mean, you can go to school all your life if you want to, and I mean, if you're
just go to school all my life for the fun of it.
And if you're doing good, I mean, if you're learning, then, I mean, why not? I mean, you learn something new every day anyways. But my question to you was, now you're done with that, you have a couple of weeks off, how do you feel? Do you feel like it was a good choice for you to just jump into it? All right.
Because then if I would have taken a break, I know I wouldn't have wanted.
And how many classes did you take?
2.
2 classes. And those 2 classes, do you know your full grade for that or no?
Not yet.
All right, so maybe we'll know by next week, and then we'll let them know how you did there. I mean, I'm curious. I'd like to know. Kid was dedicated, doing homework and shit, doing all kinds of crap.
Staying up late night.
Messing up my edits. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe. We've currently run out of time. I got shit I gotta do, and time stops for no man or woman. So, or whatever whatever. It doesn't stop for anybody. Period. Still gotta go to the gym after this. If we do record some videos of the gym, hopefully we'll put them at the end.
Yep.
Okay, no recording at the gym. Yeah, just stay true to your goals. Keep up with it. Don't stop doing what you're doing. You guys be awesome. Go ahead and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and say whatever it is that you guys want. Give me some hate. Give me the hate. If there's a hate, give me the hate. I'll take it. We're not here for the hate. We're here for the positivity. And we're here to promote other channels, bring other people up, do whatever the fuck we gotta do. And yeah, don't forget to tell a friend. Let's grow this community. Let's make it bigger.
Tell a friend, tell a friend.
Yeah, tell your friend to tell a friend who knows a friend to tell her friend, and then his friend will tell another friend, and that's how it grows. That's how it becomes a thing. Follow. You don't have to do much. Just hit the notification bell, follow, maybe play this shit in the background. I don't know. Mia, is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
No.
She looks like a blues brother.
No,
We out. Adios.